this section that it's referring to is, here's some good recommended types of land to go into open space.
So you're basically saying that anything that's 15% or greater slope should be totally undeveloped forever? What about the city of
Mary, I'm
Asheville?
not saying anything about development, I'm saying the section in here that it refers to suggests to what types of property, if you're going to have
Oh,
open
based
space.
on where it's located.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And then the concern was that we're prohibiting development on 15% or greater slope land, and nowhere in the development ordinance does it prohibit it.
Do you think it should prohibit? That's my question.
No, I'm not saying it should prohibit
Okay.
it.
So what's there is okay though, you're just saying it may not be long in 5.5.
I think
Allow
so. I
3 to 4
think maybe
business
the
zones,
protection of the
15%
open
greater
space
slopes
needs to
and
be
wet
wherever we
surface
talk
effects.
about
I think that page 69-4, section 4 deals with what types of property or land would be great to put into open space, and it says that one of them is 15% or greater slopes. It goes through a whole list of wetlands and other types of habitat.
Yeah.
And nowhere in the document does it say that it restricts what's developed on 15% or greater
You
slopes.
just want to take
It's
out
a
15% or greater slopes?
It's a
is that
statement
correct?
of a non-issue in a wrong place.
But isn't that what this is saying? This 5.5.11 is allow everything as long as it's protecting the environment.
Yeah, we did. We talked about that.
Yeah, that wasn't even one that we
Yeah,
highlighted.
the guiding statement is allowing
Okay,
creative design
Trying to highlight what it's saying.
in the pursuit of having good open space preserved. Maybe that's,
Well, do we need the, on 15% or greater slopes, or is that what's creating the?
Yeah, he's saying that it doesn't restrict, so why say that we'll allow it? Because if we're not saying you can't do it, then why would we say that you necessarily can, where we never said that you couldn't? That's what you're saying, it's a non-issue.
It's a non-issue.
But should you say, for the purpose of open space, where the priorities should be as far as allocating land for open space?
Right, and that's what
Mhm.
that's what
Yeah,
it says
yeah.
in here.
Okay,
Definitely.
and so you're saying, when we decide where open space should be, we should start with a certain tier and work our way down, or develop it.
It's
Yeah.
listed out where.
Yeah, it's under the section conservation area and open space requirements. Nowhere in here for any of these different types of open space, from wetlands to floodplains to alluvial slopes and natural areas, does it say, this is, you should allow development here. It's just suggesting these are the types of land that would be great for you to put into open space. That's all.
Should we just take that 15% or greater slopes out, so
Okay, why wouldn't you just take that whole recommendation?
Design that preserves and protects the environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it might be a little clearer, and less confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allow creative form-based design in a way that preserves and protects the environment.
There you go.
Okay.
It's over.
okay,
So,
And the next one's good.
okay.
All right.
Are we
The next
ready
one is,
to move beyond 5.5? Let's see if there's, looks like we have one on native plants. This is, I think it was my proposed substitute for clarity. Include a list, not a list, of recommended plant materials in an appendix.
Bill, my question on this section, 5.6.3, isn't that really included in 5.6.1, or shouldn't it be combined with 5.6.1? Well, we don't have 5.6.
Yeah,
Well, I
again,
think we did combine it.
5.6.3
Okay.
is not something that would be in the UDO. It's more a general public education that's needed about native plants.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, I had both 5.6.1 and
Okay.
5.6.3.
Okay with 5.6.8?
Is,
Oh, sorry, Gary.
what happened to 5.6.1?
I think it was combined with 5.6.3, is that correct?
Okay,
It was related to education, and more awareness.
okay, the latest version that came out, I think, still had
Right.
6.2.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a bunch missing in these, just as you're going down, in the one that you put up.
You just have a newer version. That's okay.
Yeah, and it seems like
Maybe we try to combine
six
related.
five, 6.6, 6.7, and 6.8 can all be combined. It seems to me you're talking about
Okay.
native plant.
Maybe if there's a way of, I think Carrie, if you wanted to explore the recommendation, collapse all those into one.
Yeah, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Okay, I got it combined with next two.
Well, I think 5, 6, 5 also.
They all deal with native plants and where the native plant references would be.
Right.
Going further, onto, there we have 5.12.1. This is about disposed of effluent from cluster and decentralized wastewater systems. Essentially, make sure that that policy language ends up in the UDO sections about site planning. I think that my point here in highlighting the left-hand column is that we were renumbering. So it's calling those by 5.12.1.
They were 5.10 in the next version.
Yes, you had no recommendations on the on 5.9, 5.10, 5.11.
I think I took some editorial, whatever you want to call it, because these are so related. And just scroll down below here for ease of reading, so.
And that's why it was, yeah, I think it was numbered in the version we have as 5,
Maybe
10, 11,
the intent of
12.
making it easier actually confused everybody because it's not following our process.
Right.
But essentially it would be like a 5.10 through 12.1, 5.10 through 12.2.
That's what it looked like previously. So it was
Yes.
5.10, 11, and 12.
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
I think that may be a numbering and formatting.
Well, so did we have any
Really,
comments
all
on these, or are we
four of those-
done with 5 then? Because it doesn't seem like there's any comments.
I think as far as discussion, unless anybody has further need to discuss anything in 5, we're done with 5. And that should mean that you have completed your review of all of the spreadsheets with all of your recommendations. And
So, next steps. Oh, hold on.
Motion or something?
Okay, so, yeah, I guess we do need a motion to accept these draft recommendations to be put into a final report. Is that,
Was there any part in this, yeah, scroll up a little bit, where was the part where we said we weren't gonna require mandatory hookups to water or sewer? Include language, supports the policy requiring access to water, it's at the very bottom.
Oh, right here.
Which is appropriate in consultation with the department.
Part of an exact design and location.
That's something different. Or something where we had mentioned not requiring the hookup to water or
I
sewer.
think we just took it out on the other.
No, well, the UDO draft has, like, if you're within 300 feet, you're
Right.
required to hook up, and we said, no, that's not really in line with the comp plan.
Is that up at the top, is that a top policy?
you don't have 5.1 or 2 in there.
Yeah, I think because we took out, we didn't have any recommendations for it because we took them out.
Okay, so,
It means it's still gonna go to, the.
yes, it'll still be in the,
It'll be in the larger
yeah, it
appendix.
just means we didn't have additional comments for,
On it, so it's still in there that there's no
It
proximity
should be.
requirement.
I can pull up the older document.
I've got last week's stuff.
That's
Yes,
cool.
I'm not clear on how, what makes sense. Consolidated to this.
Well, we're on, you want to do that now or we do it?
All our notes go in. The spreadsheets go
So
in.
we
if it's
can,
in there, then
in proposing, in putting the final report together, you're gonna have one more time to look at it all. And we will drop all of the, include all of these spreadsheets. And in including them, it sounds like we might need to do a double check to make sure that all your recommendations on policy area 5 that you approved last week are included in this.
So we probably don't need a motion now until we have the final report, then we can do a motion, because we need to see it all as one collective document.
But, yeah, sounds good.
But, Ryan, it's 5.3.2, the wording that we changed to, is right there.
There it is. Ensure the language is in harmony with the town's policies for mandatory versus optional hookup to public water.
That's how we reworded it.
5.3.2.
Okay,
Okay?
there it is.
Okay?
There it is.
Okay, so we are at our time. Next steps would be, I have on my schedule next Thursday. Is that correct?
May the 3rd.
May the 3rd, in here, 2-hour meeting, and we will see the report at that meeting and go through that. When will we get that to the group to review?
No later than Monday. Probably Monday, I'll aim at Monday noon.
So then will there be homework by Tuesday, Wednesday to send you comments, or?
It would be my preference to give you the whole document and then to get all your comments back.
Is that our last meeting, May 3rd?
I'll aim to get it to you on Friday afternoon. And if there's anything where I'm still working on it, I will highlight it somehow, saying, and just as commentary, a lot of you sent in tremendous comments on your top issues. In editing them, I pulled what I think are the top 7. A lot of your comments call for making sure that there are recommendations in the document, and I'm going to make sure that we pick up as many of those as possible in the other places where there will be recommendations. And so some of them editorially, I'm not including them in big themes, but they will be. Most of your comments will be someplace in the document.
So when you send out the report Monday, send that document again, because that could be, or is that going to be part of it, a filter?
I'm going to, I have these to hand out,
Yeah.
and you'll see what a lot of you said. I'm going to be, the main body of my work between now and Friday is turning this into prose and not just your comments. If anybody sees anything on this that you want to give me feedback while I'm writing, I'd appreciate it. But you saw what we handed out last week with the ASAP on it, that this I'll be editing these big themes into that, what we were calling broader cross-cutting, cross-cutting concerns.
So the lens that everyone should look at this with is that all of your comments are included somewhere, right? And that it is accurate and you can stand behind, and if there's certain areas where you don't stand behind, there's also an opportunity to voice that, correct?
In the appendix, we're envisioning if anybody felt compelled to have a minority report on anything, and I'm not picking on Bob, but on the example where he didn't agree with a particular recommendation. If for some reason you feel compelled or want to issue a minority report, there's a part in the appendix you can do that.
This is fair.
But these are, I'm gonna be doing editing, so if you see anything in these big themes that you want to embellish upon something you said, or you want to say anything to me, I'll try to absorb it as I craft it. Because we're trying to aim for a consensus document on these, the statements will not pick up every single word that any of you had, but I'm hoping to capture the sense of the committee.
Okay, so next Thursday, we will go over this, and then the 22nd right now is the zoning board presentation of this. And we will talk about the details on that presentation. But I was thinking it would be Jason and myself who would give that presentation, and everyone is welcome to attend, obviously. But we can discuss that more next week, and you and I can talk maybe during the week next week to go from there.
I think after review of your documents, Bill,
Unless others want to present to
if
you.
there's no feedback, do you want us to give you feedback if there's no feedback?
Or just don't.
Yeah, you do not feel compelled to say I have no feedback, but if you want to, if you,
Yeah, you don't provide feedback just for the sake of providing feedback. I mean, this is multiple iterations, so there shouldn't be a ton, but make sure everything that you think is important is in there. That's the most important lens to have in reviewing this one.
Ultimately, this is going to be a summary statement from our committee
Yes.
for the public.
That we would hope
Right.
to have a motion to approve as a whole body, as a committee.
That May 28th is the zoning board meeting.
The 22nd, is it the 28th?
I have May 28th.
What's
No,
on
it's
page
the
20?
It's Monday.
Monday, the 21st.
That's a typical zoning board meeting. We have a
No,
special
we're
meeting.
doing a
It's a
special
special
meeting.
Special meeting.
I think they queried the group and
Yeah.
said it was gonna be, I thought the 22nd, I could be wrong, but it's
Yeah, it's in
either
27th.
the 21st or the 22nd.
21st or 22nd, thank you.
I can't remember.
We'll have that at the next meeting. Okay, other thing I want to ask the
At that
committee,
time.
I forgot to bring the public comments card up, but David did come in after our allotted time.
So he can't talk.
Well, so I can ask the committee, do we want to,
I think it's fine.
can I get a show of hands of allowing David to give 3 minutes? Are there any that are opposed? Just kidding.
Do your 2 minutes.
So the floor is yours.
So am I right in this is the last meeting?
No, second to last.
Second to last. Well, I may not be at the next one, so I just wanted to say a personal note of sincere thanks to each one of you guys, because you've spent a lot of time in here. And you came to the table with an open mind, I think. And I was a bit skeptical as to whether this was going to work, but I think what pleases me so much about the way you've worked together is because I know there are people in the room that are on different sides of PD and different sides of density and growth and all these things. What's going to happen in this town, we all know that we're going to grow. And we all know that we have rules and laws and things that we have to abide by. We have a comp plan that's currently very good. And there's a lot of good ideas that I think have come up. An update to that comp plan, I think, is a good idea. A land use plan, I think, is a really good idea. But I want to go on record and saying that until we do something to allow some innovative, I think Priscilla had a great idea in terms of some form of innovative program, the OSRD, ILP, whatever you call it. But I know that's a particular area of interest for me. I've done a lot of research nationwide, and a lot of designers that we're currently working with that are bringing in some of what you guys are talking all about, which is the science and the innovation behind septic systems and water systems and water studies. And so I think you've touched on all the things that are so important to have a vibrant community that protects its resources, that takes a sincere look at quality development. So we're on the right track. I would like to also point out that density's come up several times, and we're never gonna have high density in an area that does not have sewer. But I do want to emphasize that if we don't do something to allow for some cheaper lot prices, we're never gonna be able to hit that point in the comp plan that relates to market price housing. And so, from that standpoint, I want to emphasize that, I want to throw that on the table. I don't have all the answers, I just do know that currently we don't have the tools that will allow us to do that, and I want to encourage both the zoning board and the UDO in your final meeting to focus on that and to make that a possibility such that a quality developer, that we, hopefully we have all quality developers that develop here, when they pursue that, they have bars of quality that they earn their money towards that, so that we can meet the congruence with the companies. So my main purpose in speaking tonight is a sincere word of thank you to all of you guys. And you asked me a question or two. I appreciate the spirit in which you've asked those questions, and just encourage us all in this room to continue the positive spirit with which you guys have come to the table. Because I think at the end of the day, that's what makes us a community, more so than some of the other stuff that we have going on. But thank you to all of you guys, and thank you for being so open and willing to give us your time.
Okay, everyone. Look forward to seeing everyone one last time.
Yeah, well, they're probably dry now, so you can sneak out.
What, y'all got to make the same?
Because they come around, there's no structure around the side.
I got a pair of Maryland.
You can run in a straight line.
Yeah,
or,
run in a straight line. Yeah.
So if you're gonna cut around,
Not running in routes.
Good to see you. That I was gonna use.
Yeah, I know. You know, all right.
Yeah.
Build a house?
No, it was last week.
Like the hot dogs. The patio hosts. Yes. Patio hosts.
No, it has that whole story in it, and it opens up that split in. So when So after that,